Alright, there's one more thing left to learn, just in case it wasn't hard enough. One more thing. Alright, so what we do on these, the last step that we need to add is we need to notice that I can factor something out of all these. I can divide 2 into all of these. So I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to divide this one by 2, this one by 2, and negative 72 by 2. It's going to be negative 36. Alright, so now I can factor this one. So we're looking for factors of 36 that when I subtract them equal 5. 36 is 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9, and 6 and 6. When I subtract those, I get 5. So these signs are going to be different because that's minus. We need the 9 to be positive because we need a positive answer here. So we're just going to write, don't forget to write down our 2. And then we write x minus 4, x plus 9. Alright, on this one, is there anything we can factor out? There is not, so we do that the normal way. So we multiply these two. And I went ahead and paused it and worked that out. So the 6 times negative 35 is 210. Here are the factors. Again, remember, you can, in the y equals, you can go 210 divided by x to find these. We're looking for the 2 that when you subtract them equal 23. Put those two there. We write our 6x squared. We need the larger one to be negative, so we get negative. Plus 7x minus 35. We look at these two. What can we factor out? We can factor out a 6x. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, and take away one of the x's. Negative 30 divided by 6 is negative 5. We took away the x. What do we need to do to negative 7 to get it to be x? Divide it by negative positive 7. Sorry, what do we need to do to 7 to get it to be x? And we do 7, and we have our x minus 5. Last step, 6x plus 7, x minus 5. Alright, let's take a look at number 2. So we can divide 3 into all of those numbers. So we're going to write down our 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 33 divided by 3 is 11. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. Alright, so now we still have a number in front of the x, so we use that method. So 2 times 6 is 12. We're looking at for factors of 12 that when we subtract them equals 11. So 1 and 12, when we subtract those, that equals 11, so we don't need to do any more. So we're going to keep writing our 3 down, so we don't forget about it. So we need 12 minus 1 to get positive 11. Alright, so what do we need to do what can we factor out of those? Factor 2x. So we divide this by 2, we get 1, take away one of the x's, we're left with x. 12 divided by 2 is 6, we take out the x. What do we need to do to negative 1 to get it to be an x? We need to divide it by negative 1. Okay, and then we can think about dividing those, but it's just going to be this. Oh, we have all these parentheses and parentheses now. So last step, 3 times 2x minus 1, x plus 6. And actually, we don't need these parentheses here. We'll actually take that one there out. Okay, so let's take a look at this one over here. So what can we take out of all of these? Nothing. So we just work that the normal way. So we go 8 times 27, which is 176. We're going to find the factors of 176 that when we subtract them equal negative 30. And I'm going to go ahead and let you do that one because we've practiced those. I'm going to go down and find another one where we actually have to factor something out to begin with. Alright, the ones like number 3 are a little bit different. We do not want to have a negative out in front. That is just very annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to factor that negative out by dividing everything by negative 1. So we're left with 7x squared. We have to change this sign, plus x, have to change that sign, minus 8. Alright, so this is just a normal one now. So 7 times 8 is 56. We're looking for factors of 56 that when we subtract them equal 1. Alright, I went ahead and paused and went through those a little bit faster. So we're looking for ones that when you subtract them equal positive 1. So we're going to use those two. So we go negative 1. I'm going to change this to this kind of parentheses so I can see it a little bit better. And I write my 7x squared. Alright, I have 7 and 8, but I need it to be positive, so the bigger one's going to be positive. And it doesn't matter which order you write them in. You write them the other way, it's just going to work out a little bit differently. The answer will be the same. Alright, so we look at our first two. What can we factor out of that? 7x. So 7 divided by 7 is 1. I take away one of the x's. Negative 7 divided by 7 is negative 1. I take away the x. What do I need to do to negative 8x to get it to be x? I need to divide by positive 8. These I can just write down. And then the last step, right, same thing on this one over here. So you want to get rid of that negative 1. So negative 1, just going to change all of the signs. So we're going to multiply these together. We have 6, and we're looking for factors of 6 that when we subtract them equals negative 1, 1, 6, 2, and 3. So we're going to use those. So we're going to use 2x and 3x, but we need it to be negative. So we're going to use negative 3x and positive 2x. And again, I'm going to change these to brackets because I need parentheses inside. So what can I factor out of these two? A 3x. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Take one of my x's. Negative 3 divided by 3 is negative 1. What do I need to do to 2x to get it to be 2x? Nothing, but don't think that means you can write nothing. It means you divide by 1. And the last step and there are our factors.